The Cristobal S. Conducto Memorial National High School, CAT, which stands for Catting All the Time, is being chased by the CI team to CAT, the CAT. Once upon a time, in a faraway land in Laguna, was a school standing tall at the heart of the small town of Rizal, which was named Cristobal S. Conducto Memorial National High School. It was the lone public secondary school in the town. That's why almost all the villagers were sending their children in this school. For so many years, it had been one great school where each of the students were molded into their full potentials. Many alumni of this school are now accomplished professionals. Everything was running smoothly until the teachers found out that there was something wrong with the students, which were evident on their performance. The principal summoned all the teachers immediately for an assembly to see the villain on the students. They brainstormed and shared their experiences and came up with the following problems: tardiness, absenteeism, and cutting classes. Upon discovering the villains, the principal commanded the teachers to do something if they want to save the students. He said that they have to deal with it one by one if they want a happy ending for their students. The principal then called the 5 teachers who would lead the battle in defeating the villains. The selected teachers started with their first plan, and that is to cut the cat. The class monitor checked the attendance and found out there were 2 students who cut classes. The class monitor reported to the teacher that there were 2 students who cut classes. The student who cut classes was seen by a teacher in the canteen and was told to go back to the classroom, but the student just hid. The teacher asked why the student cut classes and told the student to make a letter promising he will not do it again. The same student cut class again, and the advisor did not do any follow-up. The process became routinary. There was no intense follow-up to the students who cut classes except asking them to write a promissory note that always made to be broken. The indicator showed that among the 4 grade levels, grade 8 had the most number of students who cut classes. Therefore, they decided to focus first with grade 8. They planned, brainstormed, observed, interviewed the students, met the advisors, gathered and consolidated data. They asked the student who cut classes to know the reasons. They found out the main reason was because they were late in a class and they didn't try to go to their class anymore. The VOC also revealed that cutting classes usually happened after recess and they were staying at the canteen, gymnasium, and even at the back of the classrooms. The CI team also interviewed the 5 grade 8 advisors to know what they were doing when they found out that their students were cutting classes. They unanimously stated that they just reminded their students again and again, but sadly the students were doing it again and again too. The CI team made thorough investigation among the advisors why the number of students who cut classes were not decreasing, even if they were reminding their students. The process of checking the attendance through CPOC was analyzed to know the problem and came up with the findings that 5 out of 5 advisors only reminded their students who repetitively cut classes and did not make any follow-up because there were no guidelines to follow. The CI team then formulated guidelines to follow for the checking of attendance and making consistent follow-ups. They made the CAT CHAP forms where CHAP stands to resolve and protect. It includes CAT Form 1, red card where the class monitor writes the name of the students who cut classes. CAT Form 2, agreement form. CAT Form 3, weekly consolidation form. CAT Form 4, monthly consolidation form, and the CAT box where the red card will be placed. The new CPOC and process of checking the attendance were made, including the schedule and assigned teachers to monitor the cutting classes. The CI team sought the approval of the principal for the implementation of the project. Then, they oriented the students for the guidelines to be followed. The class monitor checked the attendance and found out that there was one student who cut classes. The class monitor wrote the name of the students who cut classes on a red card and let the subject teacher sign. The red card was dropped on a cat box. The teacher monitor took the red card and gave it to the advisor. The advisor immediately called the parent for a conference on the same day. Student-parent conference where the student and parent made the promise not to do it again. Student-parent-teacher guidance counselor conference if the student cut classes for the 4th times. After the initial 4-day implementation of the project, the cutting classes of students drastically decreased from 58 to 2 students only. It was very much evident with the attendance form. The full implementation of the CAT project in all grade levels can be seen in the chart. The CI team, together with the CSCMNHS faculty, learned that it is possible to have all the advisors monitor and follow up cutting classes if the guidelines for checking and monitoring will be strictly followed. Indeed, cutting all the time can be resolved if teachers will be caring all the time, because learning starts when someone is caring. And the school wishes to live happily ever after upon the continuous implementation of the project. CAT, the CAT.